The next category of problems involves geometric figures. In particular, finding the length of a side of a right triangle using the Pythagorean theorem can lead to a quadratic equation, as can problems involving the area of enclosed figures like squares or rectangles. To solve this type of problem, it is helpful to carefully draw a figure and to assign a variable or a variable expression to unknown lengths and or unknown areas. The figure will assist in the creation of the equation that is then solved. Let's see this in action. Example A. Two cars leave an intersection at the same time, one heading north and one heading west. Sometime later, the cars are exactly 150 miles apart. If the car headed north has gone 30 miles farther than the car headed west, how far have each of the cars traveled? Step 1. Read the problem carefully. Illustrate the given information in a drawing. So we have two cars leaving the intersection. One travels north, and it goes 30 miles farther than the one traveling to the west. And the distance between them at that point is 150 miles. So assign a variable or variable expressions. We're going to let x equal the distance traveled by the westbound car, and x plus 30 equal the distance traveled by the northbound car. Step 3. Write an equation. The diagram is a right triangle, so the Pythagorean theorem is applied. This side squared plus this side squared equals this side squared. So x squared plus x plus 30 squared equals 150 squared. Number 4. Solve the problem. Alright, so on the previous slide we had x squared plus x plus 30 squared equals 150 squared. So we have x squared plus 60x plus 900 equals 22,500. Then we combine those to 2x squared plus 60x plus 900 equals 22,500. Now, we're going to divide everything by 2 to make it a little easier, a little simpler. So now we have x squared plus 30x plus 450 equals 11,250. Now, let's complete the square here, because that would make our lives easier. So we're going to move this amount over to the other side and then complete the square correctly. So we have x squared plus 30x plus a mystery amount equals 10,800 plus that same mystery amount. I'm going to move up to here. Okay, so if we want to complete the square, we would add 225 to both sides, because we'd have 30 divided by 2 gives us 15. 15 squared gives us 225. So we have 30x plus 225 equals 10,800 plus 225. Now we can have x plus 15 squared equals 11,025. So x plus 15 equals plus or minus 105, and that gives us x equals negative 15 plus or minus 105, which would be two different answers, but we only want the positive answer. And the positive answer is 90. That means that the westbound car went 90 miles and the northbound car went 120 miles. Example B. A rectangular lawn area has a length of x plus 12 feet and a width of 2x feet. A square patio is built in one corner with dimensions x by x, reducing the area of the lawn. The new lawn area is 356 square feet. To the nearest tenth of a foot, what are the dimensions of the patio? Draw a picture and label. Alright, so we have our lawn, and we have the sides are x plus 12 and 2x, and here we build in a patio that's x by x. So, all we do is multiply 2x times x plus 12, and then subtract the area of this square, which is x squared, x times x, and that equals 356, because that's the new area once we subtract this area here. So then we just multiply it out, we complete the square here, that way we get x plus 12 squared equals 500, then that gives us x equals negative 12 plus or minus, however we only want the positive answer because negative answer would not make sense here. So negative 12 plus 10 times the square root of 5 feet is about 10.4 feet. Example C. A square is inside a rectangle like this. The width of the rectangle is twice as long as the side of the square. So the side of the square is x, then this width is 2x. And the length of the rectangle is 1 more than 3 times the side of the square. So we have 3x plus 1. If the area outside the square and inside the rectangle, the green area, is 51 square inches, what is the area of the square? Alright, so we just multiply. First we find the area of the large rectangle, which is 2x times 3x plus 1, and then we subtract the area inside the square, and we know that that would equal 51, because that's what the green area is going to be. We're trying to find the white area here. So we multiply that out, we factor, we have two solutions. The negative solution won't make sense in this problem, so we just use x equals 3 is one side. So one side's 3, the other side's 3, the area inside is 9.